Have you ever looked at a map and thought, wait a minute, something's not right here? You see Iceland, covered in lush green fields and volcanic landscapes. And then you see Greenland, a colossal island almost entirely buried under ice. So why is icy Greenland called green, and green Iceland called icy? It's a geographical mystery that takes us back over 1,000 years, deep into the world of the Vikings. This isn't just a simple mix-up. It's a story of exile, survival, and one of the greatest marketing ploys in history. Our story begins with a famous and notoriously hot-tempered Viking, Erik the Red. Erik was living in Iceland, but after getting into a few too many violent disputes, which ended with him being banished, he was forced to leave. In the year 982, he set sail from Iceland, an exile heading west into the vast, unknown waters of the North Atlantic. For 3 years, he was on his own, exploring a mysterious coastline he had heard rumors about. What he found was a gigantic, frozen landmass. Now, it's true that he arrived during a time called the medieval warm period, so the climate was a bit milder than it is today. The southern coastal areas he explored would have had some green, grassy fjords during the short summer months. But let's be real, it was still overwhelmingly ice. For 3 years, Erik explored this new territory, mapping out the areas that could actually support life. When his exile was over, Erik the Red sailed back to Iceland with a brilliant plan. He needed to convince his fellow Icelanders to leave their established homes and follow him to this new, desolate land. How could he do that? He needed some killer branding. So, he didn't call it Iceland Part 2 or Glacierville. No, he gave it an incredibly appealing name, Greenland. He painted a picture of a fertile paradise, a land of opportunity, a green land just waiting for settlers. It was a stroke of marketing genius. He knew that a good name would attract people, and he was right. Hundreds of families packed up and followed him to establish the first European settlements in Greenland. So, what about Iceland? How did it get its chilly name? Well, that story belongs to another Viking explorer, a man named Hrafnaf Loki, or Raven Floki. He arrived in Iceland about a century before Erik's journey. After a pleasant summer, a brutally harsh winter caught him and his party by surprise. His livestock died, and feeling defeated, he climbed a mountain. All he could see was a fjord filled with drift ice. In his frustration, he cursed the place, naming it Island, which means, you guessed it, Iceland. The name stuck, even though the island is far more temperate and green than its name suggests. So there you have it. The reason for the mix-up isn't a mistake, but a tale of two very different Viking experiences. Iceland was named by a disappointed explorer after a tough winter, while Greenland was named by a brilliant salesman trying to build a new world. It just goes to show how powerful a good store and a little bit of clever marketing can be, shaping the way we see the world even 1,000 years later. The legacy of these Viking adventurers is literally written all over our maps. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey back in time, don't forget to like and subscribe for more historical deep dives. See you next time.